I absolutely loved your character as Gur. He had the best lines. He only had a total of 17 lines. Hannibal Lecter only had 10 minutes of screen time, and he was culturally impactful. Did you just compare Hannibal Lecter to Gur? Yes, because he was the only one that had the most meaningful impact, even for such a short amount of time. Those are the best ones. Okay. I'll take an autograph. Yeah, sure. This was an actual paraphrased conversation I had with Rikki Simmons. He is the voice of Gur, and I got an autograph from him. I love this. I love it so much. I have a mighty need! Welcome everyone to Love Like Hate. This is where I talk about films that I have not seen in the theater, if I could talk, and or have never had the opportunity to see it until much later. And of course, I'm going to be talking about Invader Zim, Enter the Florpus, which has premiered on Netflix. And that was just a couple of days ago, and August 13th, I believe, and it's now 18th, so definitely a couple of days. Maybe it was August 16th. I don't know. I can say this. I have been waiting for years to see a film by the creative team behind the Nickelodeon show of Invader Zim. The show was something I grew up with and absolutely loved then as I do now. It stuck with me, and it was something I could surprisingly share between friends as I find out that they were, fans or just watchers of the show. You watched Invader Zim? What? So here we have Invader Zim, Enter the Florpus, and I was anxious to see what this film was all about. Will the material change for the more relevant times of the demand of what kids want nowadays? No. Invader Zim has no interest in being adaptable. It stayed exactly as it was all those years ago. Never lost its sense of humor, and I guess they only adapted around the time frame, knowing that Zim hadn't been on the air for some time, which is, I think, about 16 years. Dib has only been in his chair for about that same amount of time, waiting for Zim to emerge from his house. So I think that's the only adaptability that they had. It's like, okay, it was a long time. So maybe Dib was sitting in his chair for a long time, waiting for Zim to emerge from his house. That's basically it. I think they'll love it. Once Zim emerges from his house, this shoots a very highly out-of-shape Dib to confront Zim once again and expose him for the alien that he is. When the confrontation arises and becomes more credible, the conflict of the Florpus becomes a thing, which I will not spoil for you, but it was definitely pretty interesting, to say the least. I am surprised when I talk to people about Invader Zim. How many people have actually seen it? Yeah, I've heard of Invader Zim. You watched Invader Zim? Yeah, it's a good show. I liked it. Don't remember much, though. Of course, the show is so zany that the best things you remember from it is exactly what sticks with you all those years later. Gur is a broken, messed up robot. Zim is an alien obsessed with taking over the world to impress his masters called the Almighty Tallest. Everyone is just weird in this show. And when this movie was coming out, I couldn't imagine this holding up at all. Even for those who have been waiting for years to see something come to light in this weird and random adventures of Invader Zim. Alas, this sense of humor is perfect. The situations that Zim and Dib go through are beyond perfect, and the show that was once the pinnacle of my childhood has finally come back into my life, sending me back to 2001, and it just made me smile, laugh, and feel all the warm fuzzies of nostalgia. They actually raised the stakes in this, which to my recollection, I never remember Dib or Zim ever succeeding in their squibble against each other. I was just so pleasantly surprised, entertained, and happy. It was just fun remembering all those things from the past, and even to now sharing it with others. I literally would show things to my friends while watching it this morning. I really do hope that they come up with more. Nevertheless, I really really, oh, right, this is the end of it, by the way, so you're gonna see Invader Zim here. Really loved this TV movie and would want to own it on DVD when and if it comes out. More! I can recommend it, but I can't guarantee if anyone will love it the same way I have. But I would love to see what others say. Speaking of which, if any of you have seen it, what did you guys and gals think of it? And what would you like to see more of in any of your part of the nostalgia shows that you grew up with? Let me know in the comments down below. Be kind, be reasonable, and let's talk. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my long overdue love like hate segment where I review movies that I didn't see in the theater. And if you like this and want to see more, please subscribe and be a kind earthling and notify yourself when new videos are made for you. You will know, and you shall receive the almighty gift of my invasion to your eye sockets. And for that, I shall take over the world. I hope you all have a fantastic and wonderful day. Don't forget to like, comment, and...